Day 325 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 324, wiggle sort 2. The difficulty level is medium, but don't worry because you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go in and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. So let's see what the question says. Given an integer array nums, reorder it such that nums0 is less than nums1, nums1 is greater than nums2, and nums2 is less than nums3, and so on and so on. You may assume that the input array always has a valid answer. All right, y'all, so sounds simple enough, but let's go ahead and take a look at these examples so we can make sure that we are doing this question correctly. So in example 1, we have the input nums equals an array of integers 1, 5, 1, 1, 6, and 4. The output is 1, 6, 1, 5, 1, and 4. So as you can see, we're just following this pattern up here, right? Nums0 is less than nums1, right? Boom. But nums1 is greater than nums2. Boom. And nums2 is less than nums3, but nums3 is greater than nums4, and nums4 is less than nums5. Boom. So what we're doing, we're just going from 1 to 6, we're going up, then we're going back down from 6 to 1. Then we're going back up from 1 to 5, then we're going back down from 5 to 1, and then we're going back up from 1 to 4, and so on and so on. So we're just going, we are just making sure the numbers increase, then they decrease, then they increase, then they decrease, then they increase, y'all. So explanation says the array of integers 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, and 6 is also accepted. As you can see, it follows the same pattern. The numbers increase, then they decrease, then it increases, then it decreases, then it increases again. So let's go ahead and look at example 2. It's the same principle, but let's just go through it anyway just to really hammer this home and make sure that we're doing it correctly. So the input nums equals an array of integers 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, and 1. This time the output equals an array of integers 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, and 2. So as you can see, once again, it goes from 2 to 3 with an increase, then it decreases from 3 to 1, then it increases from 1 to 3, decreases to 3 to 1, and increases again from 1 to 2. So once again, it's just going up, down, so on and so on. So now that we understand the question, y'all, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. The solution is pretty much just as easy to understand as the question. So let's get into it. Now, first, let me explain what we're going to do. We're going to sort this array. We're going to sort the initial array. Then we're going to find the middle of that array. And then we're going to append from the smaller half and the larger half, right? So in order to do that, let's do it like this. So first thing we're going to do is we need to sort the array. So we're going to declare a variable to sort the array by saying var arr. So var r is equal to nums dot sorted, and then we put the parentheses again, at the end to initialize it, and that's going to sort the array in ascending order. Now we need to find the middle index, right? So in order to do that, we just declare a constant called mid, and we can set that equal to, open up the parentheses, r.count -1, and we could just divide it by 2 just like that. Then we need a pointer starting from the middle element, right? Because that's going to help us to, once we find the middle, then we'll know which are the smaller elements and which are the greater elements. So in order to do that, we could say, we could say var I equals mid. So that's going to start our pointer at the middle index. Now we need a pointer starting from that last element in the array. So to do that, we can say var j equals r.count -1. Boom. Now we need an array to store the whole sorted result. So because remember, the output is an array, so we need an array to store that output. So to do that, we could just declare a variable, call it short for solution, and set that equal to square bracket, and so an array of integers, and initialize it with parentheses like so. So now we're gonna say while, we need a while loop which is going to iterate while there are elements on either half of the array. So if there's elements on either half of the array, that means we have more elements to append. So in order to do that, we're going to say while I is greater than or equal to 0, 2 vertical lines. So or, these vertical lines mean or. So while I is greater than or equal to 0, or j is greater than mid, what we're going to do is we are going to append the element. So let me go ahead and give y'all an example so you can see how this is going to work. So let me copy and paste this over here, right? So we can put this right here. Boom. Then let me sort this real quick so y'all to sort it, so we can say this is the original. Then we need to sort it. So we come right here. We can say, let me sort this for y'all. Sorry, y'all. So we got the 1, excuse me, 1, 1, 4, 5, 6. So boom. So this is, we're going to sort it right here with R. Boom. So this is it sorted. Now let me show you how we are going to get our output, right? So put it right here so I can show y'all. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from mid, right? Or our pointers right here, our pointers at mid and our pointers at r.count -1, right? So it's at the mid and it's at the last array. So first thing we're going to do, we're just going to come right here. We're just going to pin this. Boom. So we're going to pin that. Then we're going to come over here to the larger half and we're going to pin that. Boom. Then we're going to decrement I. So then we're going to come right here and we're going to pin this one. Boom. Then we're going to decrement J. We're going to come right here and we're going to pin this 5. Boom. Then we're going to come right here and we are going to, we're going to decrement I again and come right here and append this one. Then we're going to decrement J one more time and we are going to come right here and append this 4. And that should be how the final output comes or ends up. So hold on. Let me just comment this out. I'll leave it up there for y'all so you can see how it's going to work. Now, to code this is not that difficult. All we have to do for the first part, we say if I is greater than or equal to 0, then we're going to open up the brackets and we are going to say so.append, open up the parentheses, r square bracket I. Then we're going to come right here and we're going to say if j is greater than mid, we're going to open up the brackets and we'll say so.append square bracket j. Oh, sorry, y'all. Open up the parentheses, then we'll say r square bracket j. Just like that. Now we need to move the left pointer towards the start, and we need to decrement the I and we need to decrement J, right? So we need to decrement the I pointer and we need to decrement the J pointer. So in order to do that, we come outside of these and we'll say I minus equals 1 and we'll say J minus equals 1. And that's gonna move the pointers this way. Boom. And on both halves. Then we just need to update the original array with the sorted order, so we can say nums equals so, just like that. Now let's go ahead and give this a run. Make sure it runs properly. Let's see, and it's accepted, y'all. So let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it stays accepted after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users with Swift. That's some good timing right there. That's what I'd like to see. So with that being said, make sure y'all get one more look at the code. Once again, this is commented out. You can ignore this. You can keep it, do what you want with it. And then that's the top half. Then this is the bottom half of the code. Read it, learn it, love it. And I hope y'all learned something today. And I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.